What is going on, guys? Welcome to Greggles TV. In this video, we're gonna talk about the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and why I don't really think you should upgrade at all. Unless you're coming into this brand spanking new, if you've never had a foldable phone and you really wanna get a Samsung foldable phone, yes, get the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Otherwise, there's almost really no great, amazing reason to upgrade. And I wanna go through pretty much everything about this phone. Galaxy Z Fold 5 has even the looks. This basically looks like the same phone. You could probably go as far back as the Galaxy Z Fold 2, but definitely Galaxy Z Fold 3, 4, and now the 5. They basically all look the same for the most part, albeit for slight modifications. Nothing big. So if you're in it for looks, don't upgrade. It looks exactly the same as basically all their other phones the last few years on this line. Next would be pricing. Now, this is a little bit early, but because I'm recording this a little bit early in terms of when the phone's going to be released, but from what we know and expect, it's probably not going to be any price difference at all. It's been $1,799 all the way up to $2,000 for the last few years. Are we going to see this thing drop down to $1,500? I highly doubt it. So if you're coming for price, don't at all for that. Let's get into some of the specs and things like that. So one of the big reasons to upgrade to the Galaxy Z Fold 5 from one of the other phones, such as the Z Fold 4, is battery life. Battery life is pretty bad on this phone. It's already noontime. I'm at 37%, meaning I'm gonna have to charge this thing pretty freaking soon. And I have it, it's not like I'm playing video games on it the whole time, and it's not like I have the screen on max brightness, and it's not like I've been watching videos the whole time. I've been using it fairly sparingly. I haven't barely used it, just for check my social media, take a quick photo, whatever, read my banking stuff, whatever, just light usage of the phone. And battery life is bad. So Z Fold 5, the battery life potentially, because again, we don't know, it has that Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 processor, and that should provide much better battery life than the 8 Gen 1 Plus that's in the Z Fold 4 and the previous generations that had different processors on the Galaxy Z Fold line. So that, again, that might be a good reason to upgrade, but we don't really know at that point. Cameras, they're the same cameras that have been in the phone the last generation Z Fold 4, they're the same. Again, they've been updated AI software wise, but that's nothing they shouldn't be able to already do with this version of the phone. So don't expect, or you're not going to see huge performance gains in terms of photos and videos that you're taking with the Z Fold 5 versus the Z Fold 4. There's absolutely no way. There's no way. They're literally the same cameras. Next up would be the size of the display, 6.2 and 7.6 inch. Again, where's the Samsung that we're used to from years ago, where they would push the envelope and they would be different than everyone else, and you would feel like you're getting a major upgrade every single year. I know times have changed a little bit and phones maybe don't change as much as they are, but then take a year off if you can, and add more value with the software and the performance that way. It's disappointing to me seeing that the displays are going to be the same. I want something bigger. I want the outside display to be bigger, fatter, wider, and I want the inside display to be, again, I wouldn't mind wider. It's fine the way it is, but if you want to make it bigger, I am completely happy with that as well. We don't know about the nits, meaning the brightness. That is something that desperately needs to get brighter. Pixel Fold is going to have like 500 nits more brightness versus the Z Fold 4. Z Fold 4 has like 1,000 nits brightness. Pixel Fold, which is due to come out very soon, has 1,550 nits and 1,450 nits of brightness. So 450 to 550 nits more brightness. It's crazy. The aspect ratio is the same on the Z Fold 5 again versus what we've had the last few years in terms of like the way the size, the way these displays look and the dimensions and all that. 12 gigs of RAM, again, not that it's necessarily needed to go up to 16 or 24, but to stay ahead of the pack and to really feel like you're getting the premium experience on a Samsung phone like you did in the past, throw that in there. Why not? What's 4 gigs of RAM gonna cost more versus 12 gigs of RAM? Storage, again, we're getting 256, 512, 1 terabyte. 1 terabyte will be exclusive to the Samsung store. 256 and 512 will be the big winners in terms of easy to find, which is the same, but I have to be fair on this. That's perfect amount of storage for me. 4400 milliamp, that's the what we're guessing so far in terms of what the leaks and rumors are saying, which is the same battery life on the Z Fold 4 size, and the battery life is bad. But to go back to that 8 Gen 2 processor that will be in the Z Fold 5, that could be its saving grace, but fingers are definitely crossed on that. Same wired and wireless charging. They've been using this for like 10 years. 25 watts wired, 15 watts wireless. It's not horrendous. It's just not pushing the envelope at all from what they've done with these folding phones and these regular phones. Chinese manufacturers are going out of their way to go crazy with this stuff. IPX8, so water resistant, it's no dust resistant still. Again, same from last year's generation. S Pen support, no S Pen integration. I know a lot of you folks want the S Pen integration. You're not getting it on the Z Fold 5. So if you were hoping for it, it's not coming. It is lighter, 254 grams. That's about, I think it was like 10 grams lighter than thing. That's a nice thing. That's a really nice thing. Better support in terms of durability is the other thing we're kind of hearing. So those two things are also nice. But when you break these things down, is better battery life, and we don't even know how much better it's going to be. Better performance, which this already performs really well, but you know, add some smoothness in there would be great. Lighter, maybe more durable. Are those absolute reasons to upgrade from a Z Fold 2, 3, or 4 to the 5? I don't know if it is, honestly, especially when you have to spend, and this is the kicker, you're gonna have to spend maybe $1,000, maybe $1,200, maybe $700. Like, is it worth it at that point? I will admit, for me, I will be upgrading because this is my job, this is what I do, and I love new technology, and I do want the little bit of extra battery life. I do want the lighter weight. There's things about this that I can see, okay, might want to upgrade because of those reasons. It's just when you add the cost and everything in, it gets pretty freaking crazy. And I have to admit, Samsung's really not alone in some of these regards, you know? You can look at any manufacturer at this point, from Apple to Google to anybody really else. There's a really incremental updates. It's kind of sucky in a way. Like, I want some big action craziness to happen, and they wonder why, you know, smartphone sales are going down. Well, it's because they're not really changing a lot, and you're not pushing the envelope maybe as much as you guys used to. So, some food for thought. I right now, you know, unless things change and we see some craziness come out with the Z Fold 5, at this, you know, preliminary point in time, I'd have to say that it's not really any reason to upgrade. Again, to go back, if you're new to the game and you're getting a Samsung Galaxy foldable phone, yeah, get the Fold 5 for sure. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Have a great day, and we'll see you down the road. Peace.